Every habitat has its own rhythm. And the survival of a species often depends on being in step with that rhythm. Most of life understands this. But there is one species that defies this understanding, that choreographs its own steps in nature's dance. A species that not only survives, but thrives with little regard for life around it. It's here in New York City that we begin our journey to understand the nature of this renegade species and how it's gained a footing in one of the world's most competitive ecosystems. I'm your host, Jonathan Treadwell, and this is the Invasive Species. Among the hundreds of tree species that compete to survive here, there's one that stands apart from the rest, not just for its genetic advantages, but because of its most unusual appeal.
Oh my God, they're beautiful.
When I saw them for the first time, I was humbled.
They are amazing.
Full of life? Can I say that?
They're just like the prettiest thing I've ever seen.
They speak to me in a way that nothing else does.
I mean, the color and variety are amazing.
Of course, we're talking about the tree species Baggus plasticus. Unique and resplendent, Baggus plasticus holds her place among the most beautiful of arboreal specimens. Blooms shimmer and dance in the sun, flaunting their beauty with a brazen lack of modesty. Though many trees are pleasing to the eye, none can compete in nature's dance with the most bewitching of all. Baggus plasticus, however, is more than one of nature's pretty pictures. Its blooms are a way of life. And for intrepid New Yorkers wishing to harvest these blooms, the rewards are endless. Many varieties of Baggus plasticus thrive in this urban environment. Among the most popular, the Duane Rea Day, and the prolific Asian varietal, Da Hong Q. Larger strains are also popular among the species and have been appearing with greater frequency. The largest are filled with items of value and then thoughtfully arranged along the roadside, where others may pause and admire them. But soon they are carefully collected and transported to undisclosed locations for safekeeping. Reproduction is essential for species survival, and the abounding variety of Baggus plasticus is evidence that it is indeed thriving. But how? Well, the answer lies in the simple shape of its blooms. Light in weight, the slightest breeze will carry them aloft, where they will easily propagate amongst the other trees.
All plants on this planet have developed a mechanism for seed dispersal. Wind dispersal is one such mechanism, and it's the mechanism that is most often employed by the Baggus plasticus. Its blooms, which come in a variety of shapes, sizes, and colors, have been known to travel from its parent plant thousands of miles away. It's also believed that many of these blooms are carried by other species.
Other species, such as humans, do in fact carry these useful blooms to new places, where they freely multiply, creating a perfect symbiosis. So mutually beneficial is this relationship with humans, some scientists believe within the next 20 years that Baggus plasticus could become the most dominant plant species in North America. But one trait ensures its longevity.
Unlike most plant species that have a seasonal cycle of reproduction, the Baggus plasticus blooms all year round. No other plant species has this characteristic. This alone guarantees its long-term survival.
For Baggus plasticus, it's constantly spring. This is clearly evident during the harsh winter months, when stark branches set against a pale sky form the backdrop for blooms that give a flamboyant performance in a show that never closes. For some, the performance is a religious experience. Even skeptics have reported seeing angelic apparitions among the branches, or what some call tree angels. But how would you categorize such a seasonless species?
Well, it defies conventional labeling because the Baggus plasticus thrives in all habitats, which places it solely in its own domain. Now, generally, plants are divided into two categories. You have your perennials and you have your annuals, but the Baggus plasticus is a forever-all.
I love foreverals. They last forever. Duh.
We're gonna plant some foreverals.
Let's plant one for the baby.
Yeah. When I die, I hope to be buried under a foreverall.
Honey, that is such a good idea. That day is coming.
Well, not soon.
No, not soon, but we should see our lawyer.
It's amazing. These things last forever.
And forever-alls, which could last 1,000 years, could become the old-growth forest of the future. This is a plant that wants to survive and will survive.
And where other species struggle to survive in their proximity to man, Baggus plasticus thrives because of it. No doubt we've only scratched the surface of this enigmatic species, and that scientists will continue their quest to unlock the secrets that Mother Nature has hidden deep within herself. But whatever answers appear, it remains clear that the beauty of Baggus plasticus will haunt us for generations to come.